Good morning, Pastor Jerry. I have my evidence. What God cannot do does not exist. On the 2nd of August, Pastor said he wants somebody to do 5 days vigil. And I keyed into it. On that day, around 12 o'clock, I wanted to wake up. I will say no. When it's 12:30, I will wake. Around 1 o'clock, my husband took his drugs. His little son called him that, Daddy, I want to pee. As my husband went to take him to the toilet, the next thing I just heard, "Bwah!" My husband fell in the toilet. He just called me. As he wanted to get up again, he fell the second time. He just screamed, "Chioma!" I just came and lifted him up and put him on the chair. Before I knew it, he was struggling to live. He fought death. He struggled, then he ended it. He dropped dead exactly 18 minutes past 1. He brought out his tongue and that was the end of it. Then my son, Dumebi, of 10 years, just screamed, "Daddy, so this is how you want to leave us?" I said, "No, it's not going anywhere. I have my evidence. What God cannot do does not exist." I picked up my phone. I wanted to click onto the program that night because I used to play it in the night. The devil is a bastard. The phone was malfunctioning. I flinged the phone. I started screaming, "What God cannot do does not exist." As I was saying it, people in the street, because it was in the night, the whole area, they were all banging the gate. The gateman was shouting, "Madam, open the door. What is happening? People are here. They want to enter. What are they coming to do?" Because he was already gone. But I was screaming, "God of Pastor Jerry, Charles Mary Wednesday, he must testify. I must testify. I have evidence. What God cannot do does not exist." Those were the only things I was saying. Before I knew it, my husband sneezed and he shook his hand, shook the second one, shook his leg. Before I knew it, said, "Chioma, please, I want to stand." I said, "You cannot stand." He said, "No, he wants to walk." I now guided him and he walked front and he came back and I laid him. Around 6 o'clock a.m., people in the area came knocking. They thought he was gone. So I told my son to open the door. When they opened the door, "Madam, we heard your cry." They were knocking, I didn't open. I said, "What God cannot do does not exist." That's my testimony. What God cannot do does not exist. One woman said, "Madam, God is on that altar. Madam, you can pray." They call me what God cannot do does not exist. I want to thank God for the life of my husband. I want to thank God for the life of Pastor Jerry. May the oil on your head never run dry. God bless you, everyone.